over chaos and infighting chaos over Reeves' plan to cut foreign aid budget. Labour has been plunged into chaos over foreign aid, with Chancellor Rachel Reeves facing down a cabinet backlash over a planned £2 billion cut. Frontbenchers have demanded Reeves to announce more money for the aid budget and warning about the damage the cuts will cause. It's believed Foreign Secretary David Lammy is one of those pushing for the increase. Despite this, the Chancellor is preparing to let spending on aid fall by 0.5% of gross national income after 2 years, when it had been pushed above that level by her Tory predecessor, Jeremy Hunt. The Telegraph reports that ministerial tensions on spending cuts demanded by Reeves are much bigger than the supposed number 10 riffs making headlines, with many taking their complaints directly to Darren Jones, the Chief Secretary to the Treasury, this week in face to face meetings. Aid organisations, including the UK arm of the charity run by former Labour MP David Miliband, have warned that Reeves' plans will see the aid budget fall to a 17-year low and are lobbying ministers over the issue. Meanwhile, the health and education departments are reported to be in order to find savings of at least £1 billion each, despite their secretaries of state vowing no return to austerity. History. One Whitehall source said she's holding an iron grip on spending. Reeves is due to deliver her first budget on October the 30th and used her conference speech last month to warn of tough decisions but rejected a return to austerity. Yes, we must deal with the Tory legacy, and that means tough decisions, but I won't let that dim our ambition for Britain, she said. So it will be a budget with real ambition, a budget to fix the foundations, a budget to deliver the change that we promised, a budget to rebuild Britain. Meanwhile, a leading economist has warned from the Chancellor about tough decisions ahead of this month's budget could dent confidence for both businesses and consumers. Professor Maurice Spowbridge, I think that's how the name is pronounced, director of the Fraser of Ireland Institute think tank at the University of Strathclyde, said such rhetoric has the potential to dent business and consumer confidence and can make things worse. Can make worse the softening economic performance experience over the summer. Um, Her comments came as the Institute upgraded its forecast for economic growth, saying GDP in Scotland could rise by 0.9% in 2024, up from 0.7% it had forecast in June. She said the new Chancellor Rachel Reeves has set out her view of the fiscal inheritance and the difficult decisions which may need to be made in order, as they would see to restore economic stability. The rhetoric around this has the potential to dent business and consumer confidence and contribute to the softening economic performance over the summer. Okay, now as far as cutting the foreign aid budget, this is one decision which Labour, that I don't know if they're going to do it or not, but if they are going to do it, it's one decision I can actually get behind because the foreign aid budget definitely needs to be gutted, especially when you know what goes into the what's in the foreign aid budget. And I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that some of the foreign aid budget goes into like funding refugees in this country. If it's in there, if that is true, and then that needs to be taken out. Um, sorry, but yeah, and also I know that um, a large chunks of those budget of the foreign aid budget goes into like going to Ukraine and and I'm sure probably not sure most likely Israel as well. And I think Afghanistan. I think it is. I could be wrong, but the thing is, we're giving money away to other countries for no reason. When the thing is, they say that they was left with a 22 billion pound black hole. If that's the case, then the foreign aid budget definitely needs to be needs to definitely be um, gutted, and the fact that the foreign secretary is saying that, oh no, no, we need to increase spending. How the hell are you going to be able to cover this black hole if you're gonna just keep on spending? And the thing is, investing, the problem is, they're investing into they're investing into technology, and into like these green um, economic, let's say, plans, which where the problem is the technology is not there yet. So the thing is, and it's gonna take decades for the technology to be there, and the problem is how they're gonna. The thing is, what's gonna happen is taxes are gonna end up rising. So really, what has ultimately changed? Really nothing. I mean the pensioners I mean the pensioners felt the brunt, even though that they don't traditionally vote for Labour. But it's like they're not. I mean they're not gonna forget. They're not gonna forget on what Labour did. I guarantee you that. Um. So yeah. What people have been saying that what they need to do is renationalize stuff like the buses and like the Royal Mail again, like it used to before, back in the day. But the problem is everything's getting privatized, and now all of a sudden now they've that now an article came out saying that they want to do make buses. I mean, I think electrical electric buses. You know, like how you have electric cars. I don't know how the hell that's going to work, because the thing is, if you look into electric cars, the parts in the electric car are not environmentally friendly yet again. Yet again, for the they're just not environmentally friendly. Just do your own research? So really, if their idea is doing electric buses, that's not good for the planet, because you can't recycle the parts at all. So yeah, and I bet even the power stations for the electric cars, I bet you're not going to be able to recycle them. So I'll put the article on what I was talking about in the description of this video. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.